Alright, so I am back again for another tour of a Star Wars build. This time I'm going to be going to the oldest one. I built this one, I think in like 2013 or 14. I built it on 360, so it's fairly dated. But it's my first large project attempt that was Star Wars related, so it's still very dear to me. But it's my Venator. Very small compared to that. But again, every block was placed by hand, so it took a while, especially on 360. I think it measures to be a little over 300 blocks long. So with this render distance, it doesn't look like it's that big, but if we were to go to settings and change it to what render distance is on Xbox, which I think is like 26, somewhere in that ballpark, you'll see everything looks a lot larger. So yeah, you can't even see the end of the Star Destroyer anymore. Yeah, I'll keep it like this, that's fine. But this build was inspired from the Clone Wars Venator. I mean, it's not 100% accurate. The armor plating is supposed to be recessed and not laid on top, but pattern is somewhat there. I do love the shape of this thing, and basically what I did, which I see a lot of other Venators on YouTube fail at, is they will have this area right here angled the opposite direction, so it's sloped coming down instead of going this way. It's the opposite, and it kind of gives a weird effect to it, when in reality the Venator is just like a Star Destroyer in shape. It's just got a chunk taken out of the side. But I can't remember how long this took me. It took me about a month, I believe. So I was just going on it, just working and working. The same style referencing that I did with the ISD. I used the cross-section book along with the images I could find online that were high enough resolution for me to see some of the details. I originally had these turbo blasters where you could fire them. That's why there is a dispenser on either end. There used to be redstone that would run through. This side of the hangar is closed. I don't think I even have an underbelly on this thing. Do I? Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's been a long time since I remember doing this now. It's originally... Okay, yep, I remember. Sorry about that, I got sidetracked. Yeah, this is my Venator, my first large Star Wars project. We've already spent more time on the outside of it than most of the other channels that toured it did, so I think there's only one other channel that actually toured this one. And that was Spanklevision, but whatever. Are there any maps? Okay, good. Alright, well, we're gonna make our way inside of the ship. We'll go through this hangar over here. The inspiration I got for this one was playing the original Battlefront 2. I had gotten back into it for a little bit before I built this, just messing around on my PlayStation 2, and decided I was going to build one. Like I said, it's not very accurate at all on the inside. I got my gunship, which is not my design. This is from Lord Dacre. It's old, but that's just... Now the Y-Wing is my design. It too is very dated, but it's a design of my own, and I'm proud of that. Yep. These are like claws that would go and pick up ships and move them from one bay to another. This is the, I guess you'd call it an entrance, I guess, to the underbelly docking area, which if you go right here, go over here, here's like a command bridge for this, where you would lock in a ship. Come over here, same over there. This right here takes you down to the bottom of it. It's got switches and stuff. The clock, and for some reason I got or a juke. No, yeah, whatever. I think it was for the texture pack I was using. But here's another map, same as the one that's in the start story. But it also gives you a sense of scale and how small this thing is compared to the start story. So I'm gonna go this way. This is in between the two entrances for this room. The ship is fairly symmetrical, so just a random room. It mirrors the Republic logo that is on the floor of the hangar bay. These should take you to the, I think they're called umbilicals, of the underbelly docking bay, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay. They take you right here, which is in the docking bay, and it's the same on both sides. So, and again, I would love to go through and redo this. I've had several comments asking me to update the interior for this, especially since Battlefront 2 had come out and you can actually go through the hangar and stuff. And I might do it. I'm not sure. This was like a eating quarters or whatever, with holding cells. There's only 4 on each side. Not very many, but they had them, so I just included them. They're supposed to be similar to the ones found on the Death Star in A New Hope, where it's a couple steps down into a small room. Of course, this takes you to the reactor, not where it's supposed to be at all. It is supposed to be somewhere else. But yeah. So, alright. Like I said, it's almost symmetrical. Not quite. I think these are the interrogation rooms. Yeah, these are interrogation rooms. Supposed to be the force field that you would see in the movies. This is execution room. I don't know why I have an execution room aboard a ship. Got blood and everything on there. Again, this is very dated. There we go. This room is... Oh, this is how they get into the execution chamber. Okay. Where's that? Let me close that door. Let's go back up here. More just tables and chairs. This gives you a view of the reactor core. And then the same on this side. I wish glowstone wasn't there, but I don't really want to change it now. That was the only light source block we had on 360 at the time. This is pre-aquatic update. These are some conference rooms. Sleeping quarters. And those go up, but let's go this way. More sleeping quarters, which have windows to the outside. So if you look out here, you can see the other ships. I do like the hallway design. It's simple, but it works, especially because of how long it is. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, just random characters from the Clone Wars on here. Captain Rex, Commander Cody. None of these make sense. But again, it's dated. This looks over the dorsal hangar, the hangar on top of the ship with some V-wings. And an Arc 170. And now to go up the stairs. So, keep going up the stairs, and it'll take you to this room. Spelled Yulorn wrong, but it's supposed to be Admiral Yulorn's room. None of this is accurate, so take all this placement as a grain of sand. More windows. These will take you up to the observation deck and command bridge. Old holographic representation in Minecraft using just regular glass panes with a beacon. More maps and switches. This goes all the way down until you get over here, and then you can get a view of everything from this area. And it's identical on the other side. I will fly or walk over there really quick so we can see it. There's that. Coming down here, and again, and you can see over in the other bridge. So there's that. I think there's a couple of things I neglected to show, which are going to be further down. So let's go down. Very tedious getting around in this. Very rudimentary. So let's go back into this main hangar room. This is where we started it. We're going to go up these stairs in the back of it. Another little observation room. Now where this is going to take us is the dorsal hangar, which has this really long observation bay, but you can actually go down in here and see what's going on. So I got some V-Wings, I got a Jedi Starfighter, ARC 170s, and this goes all the way down to the end of the ship. So it's a couple hundred blocks long. And of course that can open up as well, but the dorsal rails are supposed to open up. And they open up in segments. There's like a big segment in the middle, and then the rest of it folds out or slides out. That's where we were at before, where all the officer quarters and stuff like that were at. Alright. And this will take you just up here to the edge of this first section, so you can see out. I think there's one section left, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go, and it wasn't this way, it's down another level. Alright. Getting lost in my own ship. Unless it's, oh, it goes straight. Just the umbilical, that's that circular room. Huh. I don't quite remember how to get there, but no shortcut. No one will ever know. This also goes to show how empty this ship is as well. It's not as empty just because it is smaller, but it's still got a lot of open space in here for lots of rooms. My original plan was to turn all these glowstone sections on the outside into actual windows with lights on the inside of the rooms, which is technically what they're supposed to be. But okay, this is where I was wanting to go. This is the hallway I was trying to get to. Alright, so this is the armory. Artillery around storage, just a bunch of chests. I don't remember where this takes you. I think this takes you to the artillery rooms. Artillery rooms. Yes, and these are the artillery cannons that are you would sit in here and just shoot at another ship. I didn't go on the other side, as usual. Hence the artillery shell room right there. Armory, and then this is what I was talking about with the windows on the where the glowstone would be. That way you have a way to look outside, and it also gives you a reason to put more rooms. Clone sleeping quarters, just a bunch of beds stacked on top of each other. Not very hospitable. Oh, okay, so it wasn't the main hangar. So that's how you get back there. It even says troop wing. There's nothing on this side, so as you can see, this build was not finished either. Yep. Let's go back outside. Get one final look at the ship. Again, this is my first large-scale build on 360, or it was on 360. So a lot of time and effort went into this. I cherish this, but again, it's very dated. It could be way, way better than it is now, but it looks good. Proportionally, I believe it's fairly film accurate, but it's just fun. I love building stuff like this. I'm going to continue building stuff like this. I might revisit this. I'm going to make a copy of the world and go through and redo different aspects of this ship, because I don't want to change the original. I'll just make a copy of the world and keep this one as original as it can be. Sort of like a nostalgic thing. So, well, that ends it for this episode. The next one will be over the Nebulon B, which is probably going to be a shorter video, saying as it is a smaller ship. So that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys later.